When Rasmus Schuller lay on the midfield turf with his head in his hands on May 20, the hearts of the Minnesota United faithful skipped a beat. While going for an aerial ball, Schuller's head collided with that of Sporting Kansas City's Yohan Croizet in the 84th minute of the 1-1 draw at TCF Bank Stadium. "It looked nasty," Callum Williams, Loons play-by-play broadcaster, said on the telecast. The first concern was a concussion. Schuller was immediately subbed out and walked straight to the dressing room. The second potential problem was what losing Schuller would mean to the Loons. After a disappointing year in 2017, Schuller has been a shrewd stopper this season. His 5.7 tackles per game ranks first in Major League Soccer, and his 3.7 interceptions third, according to WhoScored.com. "He's been terrific this year," coach Adrian Heath said 2 days after the injury. "Probably the most consistent performer since the season started. It's important that we keep him in the team." Concerns were quickly abated when Schuller returned to training the following week and played 90 minutes in last Saturday's 2-0 victory over Montreal. When told this week that his coach called him the Loons' most consistent player, Schuller said, "That is what I try to do. I try to maintain the standard and help the team get results and balance the team up." When performing a tackle, physically taking the ball from an opponent, Schuller's mindset includes a few key variables. First, maintaining his correct positioning while measuring the distance and pace of the opponent, as well as assessing the amount of support he has from teammates. "There are a lot of components," he said. "The distance depends on the touch the guy is having and how he's positioned. It's hard to put it into words. Sometimes Schuller miscalculates. His 2.5 fouls per game is second most in MLS, and he has been booked with 4 yellow cards this season, including one against Kansas City. That last card puts Schuller on notice. If he receives another yellow card in the next 4 games, he will be suspended for the following match. If he doesn't, his card total will be reduced by 1 for good behavior." Schuller said playing when up against a suspension isn't easy. "You have to think, do I go? Or do I just stay and let them have the ball but keep them in front of me, so they don't play in behind me," he said. "But when you play, you have to be 100%, you can't let it affect too much." Schuller's collision with Croizet put out a concussion threat similar to what has knocked Sam Cronin from competition this season. The veteran has been suffering from concussion symptoms and he has yet to play in a game, leaving the Loons without their penciled-in no. 6th, the holding defensive midfielder in front of the center-back defenders. United's routine midfield pairing, Schuller and Ibson, are both considered number 8s, or middle-of-the-park players. Together, they have played in 10 of Minnesota's 13 games this year, with Schuller sliding into more of a no. 6 role. The guys up top in the attack, and Ibson, too, are very creative and like to play with the ball and try to find those decisive passes. Schuller said, "Maybe I try to play a bit more simple and try to keep the ball within the team and keep the flow.